Let's see if we can get 5 minutes of actual video.
Okay, we could do that.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Live from Las Vegas.
eXp live from Las Vegas.
Hi, this is Pam Jungi and John Amatucci coming to you live from Las Vegas for another episode of eXp Explained.
eXp is a cloud-based licensed brokerage for processing real estate transactions. Now, brokers and independent agents all over the world are using their platform to build new businesses, scale existing businesses, save money, transfer risk, build wealth, and remain relevant.
Amen. And eXp World, the parent company, is publicly traded on the NASDAQ, and the growth is exponential. The company's 2009 beginnings were humble at best. CEO Glenn Sanford was an accomplished agent at Keller Williams, running several teams across the nation when the crash of '08 changed everything. This led Glenn to scale back, take a hard look at the entire real estate brokerage model. Glenn ultimately decided to create eXp Realty to serve as the Amazon of real estate brokerages, and he's doing it.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of eXp Explained, eXp live from Las Vegas, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button to hear future podcasts.
Click it!
Pam and Johnny.
Pam and Johnny live from Las Vegas! Welcome again to eXp Live from Las Vegas. I am Pam Jungi, and this is the infamous...
John Amatucci.
Did you forget your own name?
No, I was just wondering, I had to think for a second, what's better, being famous or infamous?
Yeah, well, your hair is famous. You are infamous.
Hey, yeah, that makes sense.
Somebody's got to carry the hair around.
If I'm infamous, what does that make you?
That's the reason why we're sitting here together.
This is true.
But we look really cool today because I brought a little liquid death to kind of like spice things up. We don't have an actual guest today, so I got to spice things up.
We welcome Liquid Death from Austria.
Listen, I mean, like, we don't actually plug products or anything, but this is actually kind of cool. I'm sure I overpaid for water. Actually, it was a gift from my son, so I'm sure he overpaid for water. But it's good. It's water in a can.
You taught him well.
I did.
Listen, if there's one thing I want you to walk away from after getting married, is don't hesitate to spend a lot of money on canned water that's from the Austrian Alps. And boy, did he listen to you.
He did, because listen, we're over plastic.
We are.
Yeah.
Kill plastic.
Yeah.
So before we begin, I just wanted to compliment you.
Oh, and listen, this is thank you.
I love the outfit. It's very rock starish.
Thank you.
You know, Pam.
Well, yeah, I figured I wore these because normally you don't actually have to look at the legs.
That's true.
So,
These are Pam's very nice legs. You'd never know it by Pam by looking at her. She looks 22-ish.
Amazing.
But she's. I won't say the exact number.
We won't. We don't even have to get on with that.
Well, anyway, I love the look. It's great.
Thank
it's
you
awesome.
so much.
Very Guns N' Roses-ish.
So I don't know. It's like I'm bringing it for episode 8.
Ooh, 8. Otto.
Yeah.
Otto.
And it's August, so we're killing it.
We are killing it.
One a month.
You know, sure, we could do one a week. We could even do one a day, but we choose
the truth of the matter is we are actually pretty lazy if you think about it, because if we just like got in here and talked about everything eXp, we could be bringing so much content, because this company is just so complex, right? But everything's changing every day. Everything grows.
I don't think we're lazy. We're podcast challenged.
Right.
Is, I think, the politically correct term.
I would agree with that.
Okay.
We're doing our best, though.
We're doing our best, though.
Cheers to us.
Hello, and so I'm not sure if we should be doing an eXp podcast or shooting a rat video or a poison video. Maybe a great white video, I'm not sure.
She's
but
my
cherry pie. Ooh, warrant.
Yeah.
See what you get for when you tune in. But anyway, so welcome,
It's really
everybody.
something. But today we actually do have a really great topic.
We do.
A couple of topics.
We do.
Wanted to talk about eXp earnings, and you're an analyst and you're all about the numbers. So
Oh, I'm an analyst, all right.
Pass the micro. I'm going to give you 2 microphones.
Why? Thank you. So if you're an eXp agent, this is probably not going to be new news to you, because I'm sure you've been hearing all about it. But eXp came out with earnings a week or so back, and the earnings were phenomenal, Pam. I mean, they just blew away what the street estimates were, the street being Wall Street. And you had several analysts that increased their earnings per share, their revenue targets, and their price target. And eXp off the news, it exploded off the news. The stock rebounded, traded over $50. It was actually up over 20% that week. It's pulled back a little bit, which is expected with the market pulling back a bit. But
I think it's still trading over and above what the rest of the market is doing. Like our reaction has been so little versus some other stock.
No question about it.
Yeah.
And you have to expect a little bit of profit taking. It's amazing how I can hear you when you don't have the mic in front of you. But anyway, so revenue is expected to be over $3 billion. Earnings per share. You know, one thing which you can't stress enough is that eXp is one of the only, if not the only, publicly held real estate company, at least in their realm, that actually makes money. They're making a profit. And what's eXp doing with that profit, Pam? They're buying back stock in the open market. They paid a dividend.
Well, and you're going to read some articles out there that are going to slam us for that, right?
Yeah.
You know, they're going to slam us for it and say that it's devaluing the stock or inflating the price of the stock. Would it be? It would be inflating.
It would be inflating the price of the stock.
It would be inflating the price of
baloney.
the stock.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then another one of the comments is that, you know, as an eXp agent, there's certain benchmarks when you perform that you get awarded stock, right? And some of that stock we aren't allowed to cash out. We have to hold on for a certain length of time. However, those are true business reasons why the company does that. Could you imagine you're awarding, you know, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars of stock at the same time, and then everybody goes and cashes it
like
out?
A bunch of drunks going for a dollar beer night, just piling into the bar type of thing. So yeah,
we got to have like some set, you know, boundaries with all of, and the free stock is amazing because, you know, when you do earn certain levels in eXp, your contribution financially to the company could literally be zero once you're earning the awarded stock.
Right.
So you hear all kinds of different takes.
It's a good way to put it. It's a nice way to put it.
Yeah, you know, you hear a lot of things out there, but you know, at the end of the day, it's a proven business model, obviously.
No question about it. No question.
The proof is in the pudding.
It's interesting because, you know, there's another major competitor, and once again, it's not the bad mouth, but they're talking about going public and doing the same type of thing. So, you know, Glenn Sanford, the CEO of the company, he's a visionary, and this guy is a legit visionary. We're not just sugarcoated, and we're not just blowing smoke up you know where. We're paying a dividend now. Show me any other pure real estate company. I'm not talking about a REIT. I'm not talking about one of the major holders like a Blackstone Group, but show me one real estate company that's actually paying a dividend. So revenues are on the rise.
Well, and can we speak to that? Because I think that there's some misconception out there about the difference between iBuyers, institutional companies, real estate companies.
Right.
Like, what is a true brokerage, right? Like, I don't actually know if a lot of people know, like, Open Door is a brokerage. You know, Zillow is a brokerage, right? And so eXp Realty is a brokerage, more of a traditional model, just harnessing technology and a lot of new ways of doing things. However, these other companies that are not profitable are traditional brokerages.
That's true. That's a really good point.
You
We're not doing an apples to orange thing, apple to apple, comparing eXp to a Zillow, to a Redfin as an example. eXp is making money, man. That's the bottom line. Paying a dividend, making money. Revenues are
and
exploding.
didn't we blow away expectations by 232% or something?
It was a huge. I don't know if the exact number, but it was a huge move. It completely exceeded what the analysts on Wall Street who follow the stock were expecting. They all raised their price target. They all raised their revenue target, their earnings per share target, and that's based on the guidance that eXp is giving. So yeah, it is a great time to be with eXp. And I think that we're just scratching the surface in terms of our growth, our profitability, and
well, and I think a lot of it all, you know, trickles down from the top. If you look at Glassdoor, if you look at a lot of these sites, you know, eXp is always getting extremely high rankings for working for not only like in the W-2 aspect, but as an agent running your own independent contractor business underneath eXp, they're always getting huge ratings. And everything does flow down from leadership, and they really built a company where they like to say agent centric. You've heard that term thrown around the water cooler.
Spit out like liquid death being spit out of a thirsty mouth.
Right, and you know things do get watered down when people say them over and over again, but they truly are agent centric, right? They truly believe in putting the profits back in our pockets. And when you build a business based on the thought process of taking care of your people, right? They take care of us, we take care of our people. Everything just flows downhill. You can't go wrong. And you know, now that they are profitable, what Glenn Sanford's in Dallas, and he's at the Brent Gove event right now, and he just announced yesterday that he's going to match funds up to $300,000. So let's just say he's donating $300,000.
Right. And what's he donating the money for?
Oh dear. So they build houses all over the world.
It's called News Story.
News Story.
I had to look at my phone just to remember the name.
Well, it's a organization that I had never heard of. But thank you, Glenn, for bringing it to light and informing me about this incredible nonprofit. But apparently, a little research that we did right before this meeting, so we could sound really smart about it, which didn't work, and the lights just went off.
The lights just went out. That's the light ghost. They'll be back on.
Yeah, no. So they're building houses all over the world for people who are don't have houses. Like literally, these are 3D printed houses.
Wow.
So they're going deep into communities and providing shelter and safety for people that don't have it. I mean, what do we take for granted in this country?
The simple things, right? Having a roof over your head, having food in your belly.
We are so blessed.
Really
we are so blessed, right? I think it's an incredible organization. It's not the only community that Glenn has contributed.
Well, what about what we're doing with
to.
I Heart eXp, right? Coming up also in the fall.
Yeah, I love it. I love the fact that we're an international company now. We're open in how many countries?
15, I think, latest.
15 countries. And so this is the third annual I Heart eXp event. It's going to be on October 6th. And what happens is all the eXp agents from all over the globe, we all take October 6th to give back to our communities. So here in Las Vegas on October 6th, we're going to be with our Synergy Group committee, and we're going to be out in Las Vegas making a difference. Our goal is to find a veteran who owns a home that's in disrepair, so we can literally raise some funds, buy whatever he needs, and get in there with Google and YouTube videos and figure out how to fix stuff for him.
And if there's one person that knows how to fix stuff, it's this young gal right over here, because you've been ripping apart our house just about every day. And,
I'm having fun. I don't wait for the guys to get there. I just start. I'll just YouTube it. I can fix that plumbing. Let's go. I can rip that wall out.
And you have been doing it. I saw the pictures. It's true.
Yeah,
doing a great job.
You learn by doing, right?
Yeah. So you touched on a great point, because it's not only about a great company to be with from a financial perspective, but also from a human perspective.
Yeah,
and,
we literally care about the communities that we live in. So, I mean, not only is, Glenn's contributing to this company that's going to help people on the other side of the globe, but on October 6th, eXp agents all over the world are going to be going into their communities where we live, where we commune, where our friends and our family live, and we're going to be making a difference.
It's true, man. We're in every state in the nation. As you mentioned, we're in multiple different countries. So, it's a great way. The thing that impresses me the most is everybody's on board together with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't see people like just saying, it's just the usual BS that I got to get involved with because the boss or the company's telling me to. People actively want to get involved in doing something like this and giving back. So.
Oh, 100%. And what community couldn't use a little help and support?
Every community can, especially our veterans, especially our seniors, especially kids who are having a very difficult time right now. And also, on top of everything else, eXp is doing so well. They're constantly hiring. So even if you're not an agent, if you're a transaction coordinator, or if you're an accountant, so with a financial background, eXp is continuously hiring. And these are good, solid jobs that have great long-term futures.
Yeah, I mean, such a good point. They've been I've seen hiring notices all over the place through Workplace Chat, just coming from our local brokerage to Southern Nevada, all over the place. I mean, we're just expanding so rapidly.
Speaking of which, we just started adding business brokering
to
our repertoire.
Next week, let's talk about that.
Next week, we're going to talk about business brokering, so tune in, and we're going to give you the whole skinny on the new eXp for business division, for business brokers, and this is really awesome stuff.
Yeah, really changing how real estate is done, right? So you have your residential brokerage arm, you've got your commercial brokerage arm, talking about pulling in property management.
Yeah, property management, transaction coordination.
Transaction coordinating, business broker. So it's
title insurance.
Yeah, title insurance, and now lending.
That's right. How do we forget about lending?
Some people might be out there saying, oh yeah, you're going to monopolize the real estate industry. Well, the way from a personal experience, it's been so much easier to actually conduct business when you've got the collaborative team behind you that's all working towards the same end goal, right?
All
so
the
really,
same roof, really.
all it's done is
virtual roof anyway.
It's made my clients' business transactions so much easier because we can collaborate so quickly.
Right.
I helped some clients the other day sell a property, and they wanted to go to Arizona kind of on the spur of the moment and look at some property. Do you know that I found like an agent in, is it Wickenburg, Arizona?
Someplace in Arizona that nobody's never heard of unless you grew up in Arizona.
And this guy was the greatest. His name's Garrett. Garrett, props to you for taking care of my clients.
Garrett.
Like that. Like I was able to find an agent that was well versed in the area, ready to take my clients on, happy about it.
And this is literally the day before, right? Because your clients are literally going out to Arizona.
And then they were like, Garrett will be there at 9 a.m. He's like, awesome, can't wait to see you. Just to be able to take care of your clients that way, in that manner. I mean, that's a small example. However, it meant the world to my clients. You know what I mean?
And our team has taken care of, how many referrals have we gotten from agents throughout the country that we've taken great care of?
Yeah, absolutely,
So
100%.
yeah.
And then we can keep in touch with that referring agent and collaborate with them. We're not just like taking the business and running off with it, and you're never going to hear from us again. So it's opening up the way we do business and how we collaborate, and it's giving us a lot more power.
Yeah.
Like the engine just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah. I mean, I'm on, as you well know, I'm on, I guess, auto response every time somebody's looking to source out a referral. All day long. All day throughout the entire country, there are agents here that are referring clients to other eXp agents. And that's another revenue stream they may not have. And there's no guarantee you're going to get every single referral, but it's added business that you would not have had
it's an additional
otherwise.
stream of income. Absolutely.
It builds the community of people, and it builds a trust and familiarity. Say that 5 times quick, I can't. But so it's a lot going on, great stuff.
Yeah, and we started the podcast talking about profitability.
Yeah.
And I love where this whole entire conversation just like rounded the whole thing out and came back full circle is because, the company's goal was obviously to be profitable and to give back 50% of those profits and put them in their agents' pockets, right? And not many people are going to build a business that way.
No.
Exactly. And then how they built this business and this engine that has made us more profitable.
Yeah.
And all the different ways that it supports us and our clients, which at the end of the day is going to make our clients more profitable.
No question.
You know what I mean?
At the end of the day, that's where you take care of the people that take care of you, and it just comes back in floods.
So love the company.
Great company to be
2
at.
years going strong after selling my own company to make the move. And
so if you own your own agency, or you have your own agency, and you've been thinking about moving over to eXp, there's no better example, and nobody would be more than happy to speak to you about the intricacies and everything that goes along with it.
I'll tell you the ins and the outs, the good, the bad, the ugly. I'll tell it all. I'll give you the
Full disclosure. But
I can tell you that the pros list far outweighs the cons list.
No question about it. I mean, very few. Look, it's like anything else in life, but there are very few things I can think of that would be cons with eXp. And I'm only here for a little bit less than a year now, but just by speaking to people who have been with the company for a lot longer than me, like you, very rarely does anybody who's successful with the company badmouth the company or have anything negative to say about the company.
Well, and we have been talking about the explosive growth, and for somebody who is new to eXp and maybe thinking of making a move over here, it's not too late to jump on this train.
Not at all.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I hear you.
There has been exponential, explosive growth.
Yeah.
However, I only see the trajectory to continue to go forward.
Yeah,
you know
I
what I
agree.
mean? I don't see them pulling back the reins on anything, profit sharing, none of that. You know what I'm saying? I just said profit sharing.
You just said profit sharing. Ooh, the P. She said the P word.
Revenue sharing, big difference.
Revenue sharing. Yeah.
It is never too late to jump on this train. I only see upward trajectory and continued growth.
No doubt. Not to sound trite about it, it's an exciting company to work for.
It really is. It's fun.
And you can build a long-term career with this company. The amount of education that you can get from this company on a daily basis through eXp University.
It's overwhelming.
In the world.
I have a hard time keeping track of it all.
Well, Pam actually had to create calendars, or at least coordinate calendars for the team, so that we know everything that's going on every day, because it's overwhelming.
It's overwhelming.
It's actually overwhelming.
It's a lot of.
But it's like anything else. You can dive in as deep as you want.
It's always at your fingertips, right? So it's always right there. It's always right at your fingertips, like a dashboard for life. And you get to pick and choose how you want to interact and how much you want to do. So it's great.
And the support level in terms of even if you're new, the amount of support that you'll get in terms of mentoring and people helping you and asking.
Well, and I mean, we're getting completely off topic now, but eXp just launched a brand new agent class. So twice a week, if you're a brand new
So I didn't even
agent
know
to
about
real
this.
estate,
Go ahead.
they just launched
Oh,
it.
wow.
So if you're a brand new agent to real estate, you've never sold a piece of real estate in your life, you're fresh out of school, just got your license, it might be intimidating to come to a cloud brokerage. Not anymore. We do provide mentors for your first 3 transactions, and you can even go beyond your first 3 transactions. But now there are dedicated classes every Tuesday and every Thursday in the world. They're either in person or on demand, so you can take them whenever you want to.
Right.
And they are simply A to Z, soup to nuts. Nuts to bolts?
No, soup to nuts.
Soup to nuts.
Getting hungry now.
I know.
I'm not in the mood for soup or nuts, but I'm still very hungry. Just because we're nuts doesn't mean we eat them.
For brand new agents.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they will take you through the entire process. So there's just, it's continuing to evolve. We're not for the elite agents. We're not for teams. We're not just for brokers. We're not for brand new agents. There's a place for everybody.
There really truly is. That's a great way to put it. There's
really,
a place for everybody here. Yeah.
catering to every agent, everybody, every level of business.
No question about it.
Yeah. So profitability remains high, and that's where I think it's going to keep going.
I agree. And that's coming from somebody who's been doing this for 30 plus years.
Yeah.
She knows a thing or two about a thing or two.
I think it too.
And I hang out with people who know a thing or two about a thing or two.
Now, always be the dumbest person in the room, right?
That's true. I mean,
I'm
that's the
serious.
truth. Yeah, no, I agree.
Like, I
Yeah.
used to constantly insert myself into places I had no business being.
I still do.
Listen, I want to hang out with those people.
Right.
Like, if you are the smartest person in the room, you need to find another room. You are not growing.
No question
right?
about it, yeah.
So anyhow, do you got a joke?
I do have one joke. I hope you
Nice.
like it, Pam. I'm not sure everybody's going to like this one, but I like it, so let me share it with everyone. 2 mob hitmen are walking deep in the forest in the middle of the night. First one says, I got to tell you, I'm scared out here. Other hitman says, you're scared? I got to walk back alone.
I wasn't expecting that.
This is Pam Jungie. I'm Johnny Matucci with the Jungie Group in Las Vegas. This is eXp Live from Las Vegas.
Talking profitability on podcast 8.
Numero 8, Otto. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time about business broker and everything else. And peace out.
See you later.
Bye.